Hi y'all! So as you can see, my face is already on. I actually came on with earrings. Like, look at that. Like, look at me. I am all put together. And that is only because it is the afternoon that I am filming this. So that's probably why I look put together. My hair has been, I guess, styled. And my makeup's on, earrings on. Aren't they cute? They're little, oh, why am I blanking? No. Millennium Falcons. There we go. They're little Millennium Falcons. Aren't they so cute? I got them from like some Etsy shop a while back, and I don't remember. Maybe an Etsy shop. I don't know. I saw them on Angelica Nikovish like years ago and thought they were adorable and bought them. So super cute little resin earrings, very, very cute. But that's not what we're here for today. Today, we're doing a little bit of a list. So not just your, like, not putting on makeup today. I did use some of these products for my look today. So that I did try to use what I could to make the look I'm wearing now. So you can see some of them actually in action. So this is what I created with I used most of these products. There are some like repeat kind of products, so it's hard to reuse some. Like, I'm not gonna put a lipstick over a lipstick over a lipstick and hope for the best, but this is what we got. I really need a lip liner for this color because this is a beautiful color, but I do not have a lip liner for it, and I feel like that is what is missing from this, is a lip liner. So need to work on that at some point. But yeah, so today's topic is going to be top 20, some of my favorite items. So we're doing, let me start over. The topic of today's video is 20 under 20. So I have 20 products here that are at or under $20. So everything here is, I looked it up too, so I made sure. At this point in time, they are $20 or under. I will do a video later with my top 10 under 10. So stick around for that one at some point. But I have a range of different products. I tried to get a little bit of everything to include in this, but maybe not as well as I wanted to. Mid-range brands are a little harder to find. 20 under 20. It is possible, but they are not my favorites. And I want to make sure that we are using stuff I actually use. Because if I wanted to just find 20 under 20, I could just find 20 under 20. But I wanted to make sure I used them and liked them before I told y'all. So if you're interested, keep watching. All right, my first one is the Tocabo Bio Watery Sunscreen. It is 50 plus SPF. Love my SPF, love my sunscreen. I like this one. It was gifted to me, so full disclosure, it was gifted to me. I have the stick and I have this. I like this a little better than the stick. So it's a creamy formula. It does not have a white cast as far as I am concerned, because every time I've used it, don't have a white cast. It plays well with a lot of my makeup, which is what I like to use as primer. So sunscreen is usually my primer. I very rarely do not. But it mixes with my moisturizer that I use before I put on makeup. It mixes with my foundation really well, and I don't usually have to fight it. So I do like this. It does have this scent. I call it a chlorophyll scent because I notice it on flowers. Like, as they start to get older, that's what this smells like. But it is like a just creamy texture. Let's put a little on the hand. I don't want to use too much, but see, it's just a creamy, mixes into the skin really well. Ooh, wrong. Yep, has that like aging flower smell, plant smell kind of deal. But I do like this. Works well with everything. This has been fun to use, so thank you again, Yes Style. I'm gonna make sure y'all know it is Yes Style. I do have an affiliate link in the description, but don't have to use it. Get a small kickback, but if you don't want to use it, cool by me. I still like this product. I still think you should try this product, and it is $14 for the sunscreen. Let's see, and there's 50 milliliters in here. Check it out if you are interested in getting a new sunscreen and not paying 30-something dollars. I will pay 30-something dollars because Supergoop still has a chokehold, but if you are not looking for that, this has been a good one. All right, what is next? Yes, this is L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Wear Foundation. It does have an SPF, but get the fuck out of here with that 25 SPF. Don't need it, whatever. But I like this. This is the shade 400. It matches me pretty well. I like this one because it is typically medium coverage, but it can be built up to a full coverage. It is in the drugstore, so you can get it at your Walgreens, your CVS, your Ultas, your Targets, things like that. It is widely available. I like this because it's played well with pretty much everything I have thrown at it. Like, I'm not seeing any issues. This lasts a lot longer than I thought it would, so I do like that. I don't know. When it says 24 hours, okay, maybe. But it does last really well. I think it sits very well on the face. I don't think it's too matte, but it's definitely not dewy. I would definitely put it somewhere mid, like natural. I also wear a crap ton of powder, so this is after the powder has graced my face. But I do like this. I'm shade 400 if you don't remember that part. But I do like this. Actually, the reason I picked it up is because I'd heard about it multiple times on the internet, and I'd never picked it up. I was at Hot Pot, I wouldn't say a year back, but definitely a while back. I was at Hot Pot, and the girl who was serving us, first off, beautiful skin. She had beautiful skin. This just enhanced it, because this is what she was wearing. I was like, your foundation looks beautiful. Your skin looks beautiful, because, like, makeup only covers so much. Like, you can still see, like, acne and things like that under this, like, under foundation. Like, I got this little, like, sucker right here. I mean, if y'all really want to see my friend right here, right there, yeah, was a lot bigger this week. You can still see that with makeup over it. You can conceal it better, but you can still see makeup. She was wearing this. She told me this is what she was wearing. Literally that night, I went to CVS and picked this up. Because first off, skin looked beautiful. Second off, the foundation looked beautiful. And I was like, I need whatever is on her face. So this is it. $16.99 is the price of the product. But for a drugstore option, this has been one of my favorites. I am also not affiliated with any of these brands. They don't pay me to talk about any of this. And even if they did, I would say something, because I don't like being sued, and it's kind of gross not saying something. But other than that, we continue. The next one is the NYX Professional Makeup Brow Glue. I have mine in medium brown. I wonder if this is the right color for me, but honestly, the color is not super, like, pigmented, so I don't think I would really need a different color. But I'm wearing it in my brows today. So, oh, yes. So I'm wearing the sunscreen, wearing the foundation, brows. I don't think it's super pigmented. It does give a little bit of a tint, but it's not, like, super pigmented like my Benefit. This I like because it does hold my brows in place. I like how my brows look after using it. I really need a touch-up on my brows. I'm getting that done on Sunday. So next time you see me, after this, I will have better brows. Not the point. But yes, this is one of my favorites. As you can see, it's kind of got this like gloopy goo, kind of glue texture. but I think it holds my brows really well. I don't have unruly brows, so you gotta keep that in consideration. And my brows are not super thin and sparse, so I don't have issues with that either. With brow products, even though sometimes I do like to take my time and play with my brows and like really give them like the VIP treatment, when I want something quick and because I don't have problematic brows, this is what I go to. It works. It goes through, it colors everything just a little bit to fill in just a tiny bit in my brows, and it keeps everything in place. So like, what's not to love? But this is the color I wear, and this is what I like to use in my brows. I like to use this in Benefit when I don't want to spend a ton of time on my brows, because I do have brow pencils, I do have brow gels, like I can do my brows, I always want to get to the fun stuff. So this is my quick and easy brow tint. It's $10. Where was I putting things? There we go. All right, next is the matte. Okay, so this is from the Ulta brand. It's their Matte Veil eye primer. I like this eye primer. It is definitely not my favorite of all favorites, but I felt like putting Danessa Myricks in here again at $20. I tried to limit how many things I picked at $20, but this one's good because it keeps my eyeshadow in place. I don't have any issues with it. Spreads really pretty evenly. I don't get super oily eyelids when I wear it, so I don't have a problem with that. That's what I look for in an eyeshadow primer. And if you're looking for one that isn't like $20+ and you can just go to your local Ulta and get one, this is the one I recommend. Like I said, it's not like super. Now, this also I don't use with bold looks. This is just a nice basic like primer. Did my... Okay, sorry, it's, all right. So this is what it looks like. See, just blends right in. It's nothing super tinted. This is definitely not for like my intricate eye looks. This is for stuff when I want to do something basic and just neutral. When I want to do something natural or neutral, I use this. And it gets the job done. It's not gonna block out your eyes super hard, but it is going to keep everything in place. So if you need your eyelids like blocked out, this may not be the one for you. But if you just need something to keep everything together, this in my mind is perfect. And I like traveling with it because I don't usually do intricate eye looks when I travel. So this, Shiva. I like to travel with this because I don't do a lot of intricate eye looks. So it's just an easy primer to use. And this is $13. All right, now that we've gone to Ulta, let's go to Sephora with Sephora makeup setting spray. This is one of the few setting sprays I really enjoy, keep going back to, things like that. It was made to be a dupe for the all-nighter setting spray, and I think it works just as well. So if that is something you are looking for, but you don't want to pay the Urban Decay pricing. Also, Urban Decay has changed their formula. They no longer work with Scandinavia, and like the formula's changed. I don't think the formula has changed on this one. So if you're trying to get that Urban Decay, like, I almost said Urban Outfitter. If you're trying to get the same effect and you don't like the new formula, because I have not tried the new formula, so we're all learning here. But if you don't like the new formula and you want something very similar, I would recommend this. This is about $16, which I think is almost half of Urban Decay. It's not a bad product. If you are looking for something to replace your Urban Decay. Wow, I really timed this video great. Okay, next we're going back to the drugstore with Maybelline's Superstay Powder Foundation. Now, I do not use this as a foundation. I use this as a setting powder. So what I do, because because it is colored. I have the lightest shade, and of course the sticker is gone for which color I have, but whatever the lightest shade is, that's what I'm in. This is what it looks like. As you can see, I have hit pan on this sucker. So obviously I really enjoy it. So what I do is I take a brush, tap into it, obviously where I can coat my brush like this. I tap it off, and then I go in with the powder. This gives a little bit more coverage while also setting your foundation. I don't like it as a foundation, but that does not mean you cannot use your products for other purposes, and that is what I use this one for. So, and plus it comes in a range of colors, which a lot of setting powders don't. So you might be able to actually match your like foundation color to these a little better. Like I said, I don't use this the way it's supposed to be used. Who cares at this point? It's my money, it's my makeup, I'll do what I want with it. But I use it the way it works for me, and it really works for me that way. This one cost $14.99, which if you know how much some setting powders cost, that's kind of a steal. Not a bad product. I enjoy it a lot. If you are looking for a setting powder that has more coverage to it, this might be a good one. If you're looking for something translucent, maybe go another direction. I'll have something 10 under 10 for that one. But this might not be a bad idea if you are looking for something. And like I said, there's a bunch of different colors. So more opportunity to find your shade in a powder. $16.99, y'all. All right, next product. We're gonna move a little bit away from America to Judy doll. So this is beautiful. This is the Icy Watery Lip Gloss. I use it more as a lipstick because why not? Packaging, first off, beautiful. Scent, very fun. Like a fruity scent. Nice, fun, fruity scent. I like that. I hate when it's like a floral or something really perfumey. The applicator, if it'll focus, come on, focus, is metal. And this gives off that similar vibe to, it gives a similar vibe like the vinyl lipsticks, except it looks like a gloss. So it's not as highly pigmented. It doesn't look rubbery. It looks glossy. And once it is dried, so I need it to dry a little bit, it just stays on. It stays on as a gloss. I mean, obviously if you like do something oil based on your lips, like good luck, but it works. This is what the color, this is the color I have. 11 is the color. It's kind of like a blueberry color in my opinion, but I think it is so beautiful. It's such a beautiful, gorgeous, like kind of tinty color without being like a full-on lipstick, not looking vinyl or rubbery, just looking glossy. And if you're not looking for something as pigmented, but still like gives off a good color, like that's still a great color, I would recommend the Judy doll water tints, watery lip glosses, my bad. They're $15.30. And the packaging's cute. They got a bunch of other colors. Like I said, I picked 11 because 11 was my favorite. It's got this like blueberry color, and it does leave a slight tint. Just a slight tint. So when it does wear off, you still got a little bit of color on your lips. And I know that lip tints right now are very much in style. Let's keep that in mind. Next, we're gonna go a little bit into eyeshadow. And that is, and y'all know I couldn't have gone through this video without mentioning these. Colourpop eyeshadows. Colourpop eyeshadows. I love Colourpop eyeshadows. These are the two that I picked out, but specifically their 9 pans are typically the more affordable ones. I specifically like the monochromatic ones, but oh my gosh, is there like, I guess it's gone. All right, I specifically like the 9 pans. Those are the ones that are affordable. I like the more monochrome ones, but I do like this one. This is one of the early ones that came out when they started doing Target. I don't like this packaging as much. That's my only thing. I don't like the packaging as much. I could see why people would like it because it is clear. like it's clear and you can see the colors that you want, blah, blah, blah. So this is one of the 9 pans I own that is truly iconic. It is a cool toned palette. Love. It's got a little bit of color. It's got a little bit of neutrals like that. That is what I am wearing today on my lips. And not lips. Why did I say lips? I am not wearing that on my lips, obviously. But I enjoy these. Enjoy that on my eyes. That is what I'm wearing on my eyes. There we go. And then I have That's Taupe. So this is the packaging I like. The cardboard packaging is my favorite. But that's what this one looks like. It's just an easy, like, natural, taupey, kind of cooler toned dream. Like, I like a good cool tone, especially during, like, when I have to go to work. When I have to look like a human being that isn't, like, a colorful fairy, these are some of the palettes I prefer. I think they produce beautiful pigmentation. As you can see, the shimmer is beautiful. It is very sparkly and impactful. Very frosty. I do like that it's very frosty. Like I said, this one I love a lot more than I thought I would love. Like, I got it and I was kind of like, huh, I mean, like, it's a little natural for what I like, but okay. I fell in love with this and used to wear it to work quite often. Like, I used to have a rotation and I loved this palette. So couldn't knock these. Like, these were ride or dies when I worked in an office. They're fun. I don't like the new packaging, but I love the formula in these. The formula in these are great, especially if you're balling on a little bit more of a budget, or you just don't need a ton of eyeshadows. Like, a quad's just not gonna cut it, but anything over 10 eyeshadows is gonna be overwhelming. These are 9. They are $14 a piece from what I saw. I enjoy these, especially if you are someone who, unlike me, who does not have a huge collection and just needs something to, like, a staple. A staple that is stable for your life. They come in a bunch of different colors. Check them out. Also, they do have very beautiful, bright, colorful ones if you're not into the natural neutrals. I told you, I had eyeshadow. I had some eyeshadow waiting. I got y'all. Now we're gonna go into mascara. So this is one of the most, like, consistent mascaras I have worn in a really long time. And that is the Covergirl Cleantopia mascara. It's the Lash Blast in waterproof. Specifically waterproof. I wear brown black. I did not wear that today because I thought a more, like, bold black color is what I wanted on my eyelashes today. But I wear this with a lot of my natural neutral, like, looks. I wear it with my light girly pinks. I wear it with my nudes. I wear it with my cool tones, my warm tones. I wear it with those because it is just a little bit more natural than my black. So black is very bold, beautiful, all the good stuff, right? But sometimes you just want something a little bit more demure on your eye. Black brown is what I go for. Because I don't want to go quite brown, but I don't want to go black. So something in the middle that's going to give me a more natural eyelash look without completely losing my lashes in the process. This one. And I like waterproof. Waterproof keeps my eyelashes up a lot better than regular. So this is the one I have been using. I bought 3 tubes so far? No, I've bought 2 tubes so far, and I was gifted one by Covergirl for a contest I did. Covergirl gave me one of these. I actually fell in love with it, and I've repurchased it ever since. So this is not the original one. This is just the repurchase, and I will repurchase it again when it's next time for it. But I do like this one. Plus, like, look at the packaging. That's kind of cute. Like, am I wrong? That's, like, really cute. And this is $13.99. There we go. I thought I forgot the pricing, but I didn't. So thank you, Emma from the past, for not screwing over future Emma. Next, This one is a new love, but it has been, I really like this one. I did not think I would like it as much as I do, and I kind of hate that. I don't hate that I love it, it's just I thought they were overhyped, and then I tried it, and I like it. But this is the Wakemake blurring pots. So I got the Squid Games one because I am a huge nerd and love to see nerdy things on my makeup. Plus, I really loved this color. So this is Younhee Pink, or 12, and it is so pretty. So it's got this interesting texture. It's definitely like this very interesting, like, clay texture. For sure. Like, the clay pot claim is not, like, has not been lost on me. Let's see. Let's get this closed. But first off, the frosted glass is really nice. The top, super cute. And this is the color. I love this color. It gives like a watercolor look to my cheeks. And yes, it is light. I hear you. It is light. And on my uncooked face, it shows up perfectly. It's beautiful. It's this like wash of color that I really enjoy sometimes. But they do come in other colors. And as far as I'm concerned, from what I've played with, it does build up. So if you are worried about the color payoff, you can build it up. But it is supposed to be a sheerer formula. So do keep that in mind. Maybe look into deeper colors if you are... I mean, it's not much harder to be darker skinned than me at this point. Like, I am the shade of paper. Can't help it. But these are super cute. Nice packaging. And if you do like more of that watercolor, like sheer tint of color, it's cute. So if that's what you're into, I would definitely recommend these. You can get them on Amazon if you don't want to go through YesStyle or something like that. And they are $17.99. All right, what do we have next? All right, NYX Buttermelt highlighters. These are so pretty. They are so impactful. I have colored ones, so I have Buttermelt and #1 Butta. Very pretty. Very impactful, shiny. I wanted some like new colors, and these are the colors I bought, and I have really enjoyed playing with... Holy crap, I got these open the first time. That is impressive. I've really been enjoying playing with like a colored highlight again. These are the colors. Like, look at that. That is so like sparkly, beautiful, pigmented, gorgeous. I see what they did with the packaging. I don't know how I feel about the packaging, but I see what they did with the packaging on this one. Because the other ones are like matte and like non-see-through. But I see why you would want to make these see-through. Just it doesn't match the rest of the collection. Plus, the bronzer and the blush were not my favorite. The blush is fine, and I like it better than the bronzer, but the highlighters are where it's at. These are my favorite. So if you want something impactful, you want something shiny, you want to blind your next door neighbor when you pass the window and the sun just like beams right off it, these. I don't know why I keep doing that. These. These are $12 a piece if you are looking into that. Sorry about that. Another day, another look. Still continuing on with our list. I did use some other products that I didn't get to use the other day with this look. I did go back and use the Taupe palette from Colourpop, which was something I had promoted the day before. But hey, lucky y'all. Y'all get multiple looks in one video. I don't know why I did this. One video. You get multiple looks in one video. Continuing on. We were at, let's see, we had just finished up 11 with Buttermelt highlighters. So now we're gonna go on to the Kiko Milano glosses. I obviously have way too many of them, but they're all so, that is not how I should do. There we go. They are also pretty. They're all different colors. They're all pretty. They all do something different. But I love these glosses. They are so pretty. They are so like the color is not super impactful, but the sparkle is. Especially this one. This one is 27. It's like this lilac-y purple color. Every time I put it on, just magic, like sparkly goodness magic. But the other ones are pretty good at being like a neutral-ish topper. Just if you're looking for something more impactful, this purple color is it. But this pink is one of my like go-tos. Love that. This is a rosy color, and then this one's just like pinky yellow, which is fun. I like all of these in their own way and using them in their own time because the formula is not super sticky, but it's not watery where it's breaking down my lipstick. I enjoy how these work on my lips, how they look on my lips. I feel like my lips are not dry and crusty by the end of wearing them. They are just so pretty. One of my favorite glosses, obviously one of my favorites. I have four of them. But that is just my obsession with them. I mean, I have an obsession with a lot of glosses, but this is one of my favorites. Like, look at that. That is such a pretty, like, baby pink. I'm gonna put it on. Like, look at that. Like, automatic gloss and shine without being super sticky, super watery, or this one is not super sparkly, but it still gives off this like beautiful glossy look. Like, did you just see how that transformed? I will get y'all up close. Like, look at that. Oh, that is so pretty. So pretty. So Kiko Milano glosses, I believe you can get them at Ulta, but you can also get them off the Kiko Milano site, and they are $13 a piece. So not the worst priced gloss I've ever seen. Not the cheapest I've ever seen, but not the worst. But they are a good option if you are looking for a gloss and you've never tried Kiko Milano. They do have like a slight smell, but it's nothing like offensive. But they don't smell like vanilla or something. They just have like a little bit of a smell. Nothing big though. Nothing concerning. Let's put it that way. Nothing concerning of a scent. All right, and then we are off to another lip product. You've probably heard me talk about these like multiple times at this point. I wanted to talk about the other one, but the other one is over $20. Can't do that, so we're gonna go back to this one. I do recommend the other one though. The Laneige lip balms. They're glowy little lip balms. Look how much of this one I've used. Like, it's getting down to the wire there on this one, which means I get to pop open another one soon. I am so excited. This one is in Gummy Bear. I like that it's glowy. I like that it has a little bit of tack to it. I like how it hydrates my lips. So much fun. And I like that how portable these are. So I love the Summer Friday ones, but they're a little big, they're a little long. These, I feel like, can go into most pockets and you can take around. I think these are so cute. I think they have great scents if you are looking for a like scented one. I think they give your lips a nice glow, even when you're not wearing makeup, which I appreciate. Because sometimes I just want to have like a nice glowy like lip balm that is going to hydrate my lips, and this hydrates my lips very well. Love these so much. And these are $19. So they're probably the closest we've gotten to $20 at this point. 19 is the closest. We do have one $20 one on this list, but it's gonna be a little further down. But love these. This has been used, loved. It's getting towards the end. Cannot wait to pop open another one. I do also recommend the lip oils, but the lip oils are over $20. So the lip balms for this video, if you are looking for something under 20. Plus, I think the Summer Fridays are 23. I will double check myself in editing, but they're a little bit more expensive. So I do enjoy these. I love the Summer Friday ones too. Do not get me wrong. I own a couple of those. I like those. But the Laneige ones have had my heart for a very, very long time. So they have to be on this list over Summer Friday. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. Next on my list, these I have a lot of too, because I do like these a lot. And these are the Sephora cream lip stains. I obviously have quite a few, and in such a range of colors. There is a ton of colors in these lip cream stains. They do dry down. If you don't like a dry formula, you may not like this one. But I do like these a lot. They stay on. They're hard to get off. I do appreciate that because sometimes I want something that is just gonna stick on my lips and I'm not gonna have to fight to keep it on the rest of the day. So I like these. I have them in some unique colors. Do I have any in... I have them in a lot of fun colors. I actually wore this one yesterday. As you can see, the cap is different than the other one. Like this one's matte while this one's glossy. This is the new formula without talc, while these are the old formula that do have talc in them. Don't know what the talc did. I tried asking at Sephora what the talc did and no one understood. No, not even gonna get into that. It was, I was very embarrassed, causing some problems on the floor. But I do like these. They come in a range of colors from neutrals, nudes and neutrals to like fun, unique colors. They're $13 a piece. They don't have talc in them anymore. So if that was something you're concerned about, they don't have talc in them anymore. And I think these are fun to get your like normal everyday colors, but they're also fun to get like unique, fun colors. I honestly tried this color on at Sephora and really loved it. So I ended up buying it in the full size to have and to hold. I do have a mini one in a like neutral color. If you're looking for something affordable, but maybe you want to play with colors, but you don't want to buy like a really expensive one, $13 is not a bad deal to, you know, play with a black or oxblood, magenta, well, pink. This is like a hot pink, or even a berry color. So $13 at your local Sephora, tons of colors. I like those a lot if you're looking for something that is just going to stay. You can put gloss over it if you would like. If the dryness is too much, it will cause it to transfer a little bit more. But I went a whole night last night without a gloss on it at first, and ate and drank, and it stayed on the whole night. The oils from something did take a little bit from like the inner part, but for the most part it stayed. If that is what you are looking for, that is an option. Wow, we really are just going through a ton of like lip products right now. I do have another lip product, and that is the e.l.f. Satin Lipsticks. Did I not put a price? I will put the price somewhere on this, but I do have 3 of them. 2 are limited edition and 1 is not. So I have the O-Face in Dirty Pillows, e.l.f. and Pucka Up, and I have Dirty Talk. All beautiful nude colors. Love a pale nude, love a pinky nude, but there are a bunch of colors to play with. They are mostly matte. I know. Try and figure out which one's which, because they're all very pinky, but that's just what I go for. There are more colors to choose from if you like. These have a very sturdy package, like it doesn't feel cheap in any way. They do have a little bit of weight to them, which is really nice. I do like these lipsticks because they stay on my lips. They are more of a matte formula, but I like a good pinky nude, and these are just some of my favorite pinky nudes from them. And I appreciate these. I think these are fun, like fun little lipsticks if you're looking for a good lipstick. These are a good choice. They're from the drugstore. e.l.f.'s been hitting it out of the park with a lot of different products, but this is the one I think is one of my favorites. And if you're looking for a lipstick, this is also a good idea if you don't want something like ultra like tattoo on your lips, because this will come off. This will come off if you go for it, but these are also a fun one. I will put the price somewhere in this description. I can't believe I didn't write that down. I am a dum-dum for that one. These are also a good option if you're not looking for the power of the Sephora lip creams. And then we have one more lipstick. I hope this is the last lipstick. I am so sorry. I didn't realize I put all these lip products like right next to each other. But these are the Lunar Beauty Demi Matte lipsticks. I am wearing one today. I am wearing Icon, but I also have Mystic. These are the $20 ones. These are exactly $20, but these are beautiful. Like, I am wearing it in the middle today. Such a light pink nude. But I also have Mystic, which is a mauve-y like color. Now, let's see if I can get this up close and personal. But I love these. I think the formula is pretty good, kind of what I look for. I love the imprint on the bullet. Like, that is so unique and interesting. Like, totally a fan of that. I like the casing. So as you can see, there's this like silver button on this black bullet. You press, it says Lunar Beauty, and there's your lipstick. Kind of like how the Fenty cases work. This is kind of how this one works. I think that one's a twist instead of a push, but similar concept. I like the packaging. I like the formula. I think they have great colors for people who want to try them. You can only get them on Lunar Beauty. You may be able to get them from JCPenney. I know they were in JCPenney's for a while, but these are, I've had Icon forever. Like, I use the crap out of Icon. Like having the choice. These are $20. If you were like, this is another good option for lipstick, especially if you want to support Manny MUA. If you don't want to support Manny MUA, then don't buy these. But I'm just giving you the option. All right, my next one, we are getting into some more highlighters. Glamlight highlighters. I have two at this point. Different concepts, very different concepts, as you can see. I have the Michaela one that I have kept forever and ever and ever, and love it, wearing it today. It is such a beautiful, like, light nude highlighter. It's not quite pinky, it's a little bit more champagne, but it's so bright. It's just blinding. I love a blinding highlighter. This is what it looks like. It's got the little mirror. As you can see, I have played with her a lot. And then I have a very different one, different formula and everything. This is the Coca-Cola Glow highlighter. It is a duochrome pink highlighter. As you can see, the packaging is plastic, very different, looks like a bottle cap. This is what the color looks like. As you can see, mirror, very pretty. A little bit more luxe packaging than this because this one's more cardboard, but I don't hate that either. These are so fun. So they do make a formula that is more like this, your traditional powder highlighter. And then they also make this, which is a little bit more flakier formula. I'm not always a fan of flakier formulas, but I do have a couple of favorite highlighters that are that more flakier formula because they look good on the skin. This is gonna be a little bit more glowy. This one's gonna be a little bit more sparkly, but I think both work great and look good. And if this is what you're interested in, these are some fun highlighters. They do kind of range, but for the most part, I saw them at $18 a piece, under my 20 bucks. I don't remember what I paid for Michaela because it hasn't been on the site in forever, but this one I believe was $18. So if you're looking, that's about the price of a single one. I can't say anything about the palettes, but the singular ones are usually under 20 bucks. Next, we're going back into Asian beauty. This is the Too Cool Art Class by Rodin contour. I like this contour. I don't do probably what I should do, which is like play with each individual color. I just swirl my brush together and it makes my contour. I think it makes a great contour. Cute little packaging. I kind of like this like school vibe packaging. Kind of looks cool. I think this works great on my skin. I know they have a deeper one, but I don't know how deep it really goes. I know this works on me and can probably go on someone a little darker than me. I would say like fair to light. Don't know if this would really go on medium skin because it works on me. Just flat out works on me. Always hesitate to recommend something that like perfectly works on me to anyone who is a little darker than me. but I like this one. I think the formula is great. I think it looks great every time I wear it. It is my go-to contour, this and the Milk. Like, as you see, I have like made a dent in this one. I mean, it doesn't look like anything special. It doesn't look like anything like amazing, but it is a good formula. It's $12.50 from what I could find. And I just like this. I enjoy this. It looks good on me, so I am not complaining. I know they have one shade darker than this, but I don't know if it'll work for everyone, which is sad because I think the formula is great and I think this should be accessible to more people, but this is what we're working with. So this one, $12.50, a fun contour. I don't know how many people actually do contour anymore because I think bronzer's kind of the it girl right now, but if you do contour, I recommend that. And if you are pale like me. My next one, another eyeshadow. This is the Beauty Moon Loose eyeshadow. It's about 5 pounds, 5 pounds on their website, but it is but roughly translates to about $6.83 USD. And look at that, like, look at that, look at that. So it's like a pink kind of shifts to gold. I actually didn't pay for this one. This one came as like a free product in my package. And I think this is beautiful. If you like loose eyeshadows and you don't want to pay a ton, I think this is a great like indie brand affordable option to go with. It is just so pretty. I believe there are more colors than just this pink and gold. I can't tell you what color it is because it doesn't have it on the packaging. I could probably look it up later. Editing me could probably edit that in. Sorry, editing me, for giving you a ton of work to do. But this one is pretty if you like that loose eyeshadow, impactful, sparkly, indie brand formula. These are great. And they're so like compact. There is a good amount of product in here, so you're not gonna run out anytime soon, but it's so compact, so if you are looking to take it on the go, this will be super easy to take on the go. It has a twist cap. There is no sifter, so do be careful, but it's just an easy thing to pack with you. So I do like that it is compact and like you can transport it. So if you wanted to get a bunch of different colors, like, and just take them with you places, that would be a fun one. So that is my recommendation. I tried, like I said, I tried to include a bunch of different like brands and products and things like that. I may not have done as much mid-range, but I definitely think I got a lot of like lots of good drugstore in here and some indie brands. Because not every, like, I get it, indie brands can be expensive. I understand why they like charge what they charge. I'm not blaming them there. I just know that they do sometimes charge a little bit more, but it's great to find ones where you can get great products at a little bit more of an affordable price. All right, and then my last one. These I have been using for years. Like, they are just, wow. These are the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Sharpenable Gel Pencils. I have 3 colors, just your neutrals, black, brown, white, because I don't want to pay an arm and a leg. These stay on. When they call it tattoo, they stay on. They are like, they stay on, they are pigmented. I very rarely have to touch them up. I get them in my neutral colors, fun time, but these are just great. Like, stay in the waterline, great. I don't know how well they work on the eyelids as like a liner, but I use them for the waterline. I think they work great for the waterline. I like having my more neutral colors for the waterline. I know black as a neutral, bear with me. But I think these are a great option if you have very watery eyes and have a hard time keeping color in your waterline. And I know around Halloween they do put out colored ones, so like your pinks, yellows, greens, things like that. These I think are just your everyday kind of like run-of-the-mill colors, but I do like having a reliable run-of-the-mill color for every day. And these are $9.99. Get them at the drugstore, get them at Ulta, get them at Target, wherever you decide to purchase. These are usually there. I like these, I enjoy these. If you are interested, I do not wear liquid liner, as most of y'all know, because I am, that's some rough. That is some rough makeup if you've ever seen me try to do it. But that is all 20 under 20 products. What are some of your favorite products under 20 bucks? I would love to know, just for my reference, because as much as I love spending money on bougie makeup, I also love getting a steal on things that maybe I don't want to spend an arm and a leg on. Especially brow products. You got any good brow products, let me know. I'm talking to all of y'all. I don't know why I was about to say that is your responsibility. It's not your responsibility. But if you want to share those, please let me know. I would love to hear your recommendations. Make sure to check me out on Instagram. That is CAPT_IVATING_makeup. That is Captivating Makeup with 2 underscores. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Hopefully in a couple weeks, I will have my 10 under 10 so you can see what I got for that. All right. Have a wonderful day, y'all.